Right, so hi everyone. So if you're watching this in real time, I'm recording this on Friday, June 17th, 2022, and the affirmation for today is I'm very good at giving encouragement and positive feedback to others. And I am feeling rather positive today. And it's quite funny, I'm not, I don't want to, I'm always catching myself when I'm doing that, even more than what I have done. Because like I say, I've always did like, oh, someone's soulmate was hiding in a very unexpected place. And when we say soulmate around here, but somebody's in a period of lack, and that is actually what I was just about to say. When we say soulmate around here, it's twin flame. So yes, this is your twin flame, if you were wondering. First, obviously, it's not going to be for everyone out there. So let's be practical, right? My Mercury retrograde in Taurus has just been practical. My sun in the house of Virgo. It's like there may be the chance that people will come across us and they're not a twin flame, but I happen to feel we're pulling in the people that are on the path. And anyway, that's part of my job is I can help you, I can listen to you and help you work it out for yourself because only you truly know in your heart. Anyway, so I was just going to see what came up as I always do, but it's went straight into the love already. Ignore my hair today as well. It's raining here today, so Michelle was laughing when I said about my wee shorts. Like it was like I'd done a rain dance because I did want to go a walk and all the people was like, oh man, and then I cleared the place. So well, it wasn't me. I don't think my thoughts are powerful though. You know what I mean? Your thoughts are powerful as well out there. There's something in this, and actually, so so the reason I'm saying it's an unexpected place is like look at all these cards, right? I mix all my cards up, and because these are my Aquarius Moon cards, because we're in unexpected Aquarius Moon. Oh, there's a card kind of called that in one of the decks I'm going to use. And those cards aren't meant to be in there, so that's why I'm saying that. And basically as well, sorry, I never even said, right, if you're new to me, my name's Claire, and just hang around and you'll soon get to know all the different sorts of stuff that I do. Or come and join us on a Thursday, 8 o'clock UK time, because I've just got back to doing the therapy Thursdays. So, and that's a mixed bag. You can just see all the different sorts of ways in which I can help people with all the stuff that I do. Right, so through the divine through me, I might add. But I have to honour the fact that I have these natural gifts and talents myself, and I also then, took time to master my craft in several different areas, which is why I can help you do that too, if you want. So, decrease though, not so great. So again, this is about being careful what you focus on, what you think about, and that's why you just saw me catching myself not affirming that. I'll just tell you what I was going to say for the purposes. Now, don't take this word. I was going to say I'm not really too, but I love Aquarius Moon people. Like really love Aquarius Moon people. Really connect. I've got loads of soul family that are Aquarius Moon people, but I don't tend to like when the moon is in Aquarius because it's a bit jittery. It's a bit kind of like expect unexpected. But what would I say to someone else? I would say expect a miracle. Don't expect something bad to happen. So I feel, everything I say when I'm channeling, using my own experience, either present, past, probably future too, but it's just to say, definitely future actually, to say, just be mindful of where your thoughts are going because we're still, just out of that full moon energy. Super moon, it's like your thoughts are extra powerful at this time. So I feel it's just a continuation of all the stuff that came through last night because it was so amazing. One of my best friends, very naturally is just used as like a channel all the time. And we've known each other like many years, and I've always said that to her. And she might be watching this. One of the ones that might, all my other pals actually don't. Well, unless they're doing it on the DL, you know what I mean? Like I think that might be the one and only that might catch some of these sometimes. And anyway, she sent me something this morning. And she often does that, and I do that with her, just totally synchronistic, and it just really put me in a really sort of happy, positive, optimistic vibe. And it was so synchronistic with what I'd done last night on Therapy Thursday because it really was about like having faith and things. And I'd imagine she's probably sent me it because that is what I'm like. I'm always saying, expect a miracle. I just, I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles for other people. I believe in miracles for myself. It's and it's just all about, it was all about that, it was a synchronicity about it. So anyway, it was just totally magical. And then it was like, went on to something else. It was like an audio thing, like basically like talking about more of the same stuff I've been saying. And I was like, did you catch what I done last night? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh my god, you've done it again. So it was like, again, it was just sort of, I'm being drawn to that wee statue of Jesus up there. And it was just kind of really kind of just confirming that those of us that can feel, you know, do you know what it kind of reminds me of? It's kind of like, what's that game? Many are called, few are chosen. Or any of these kind of things about, like, you know, there were those that can't hear the music or something like that. It's anyway, that's just coming in, but whatever that means to you. And it's almost like, even if you don't know what that means, I mean, different things to different people. It's about, like, even if other people are a bit doom and gloom and affirming their shitty life and, like, you know, kind of attracting more of that, then, you know, don't let these people pull you out your hat. That actually really ties in with, again, I won't sort of name names, although it was in public, but it's, you'll know if that was you or who it resonated with, because even if I was pulling cards for like one person sending a message, it's going to resonate with more than one person. But it's about, if you're about to have a breakthrough in any part of your life, be very sort of protective over who you share that with, even if it's sharing it with anyone, because it's like, particularly people that can add to your limiting beliefs. Like, I was sort of giving an example of money last night. They could actually sort of, I don't know about prevent it from happening, but in some cases it depends how, you know, how much someone affects you. I've just actually been, now that's not the case for me, because maybe in some ways actually my mum would sort of bit more actually. My mum cheerleads me on. In fact, I probably say, like, yeah, like my mum really cheerleads me on with stuff like that. But even with that, I actually tell her after rather than right before it's about to happen. But I got drawn to Divine Mother, nurturing, compassion, grace. 37. I really do feel as well 37. I keep saying 36 is important. I do feel it as an age for quite a few people out there, and it is just because, like I say, in astrology, Saturn tends to be, that is the age where people start to mature. Like, one of the kind of ages, like from there on, you know, you start to kind of look over your history and your past, and you mature a wee bit more. Obviously not everyone, because we look for examples of that in our life and in the world, but, and you never want to lose that playful spirit. But with 37 on the card there as well, I really am sort of feeling that, like, 37 for a lot of people is going to be a completely different time. You know, maybe even really allowing that Divine Mother, Mother Mary sort of energy into your life, like, you know, as I'm getting drawn to the angel wings, like really pulling in that, I don't know why I need to show you it, but, like, you know, sometimes it's because it'll trigger some sort of something for someone, sending the love through the angel wings. It's like just knowing that you are held. Yeah, because look, now I'm getting drawn to the little angel wings here. So angels must be really significant to someone watching this. Anyway, right, so whatever that means to someone, it's just, life is going to be very different whenever it is. That's specific to a few people out there. Whenever it is you reach that age, or again, it could be meaningful to, like, if you've already been that age. To be honest, I wouldn't say 37 was the fucking best for me. Like, I'm feeling pretty good now, but fuck me, last year was the... Anyway, it's in the past, but that's me. Don't let that discourage you. You change your reality. Right, so what do we need to know about this? We've got longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. We are the original light workers, light warriors, and we're here to raise the vibration of the planet. You're not for everyone, and that's why you're not for everyone. You're probably a Starseed and Arcturian, Palladian, shubidi woobidi woobidi blah. What else could you be? A Lemurian, you know, connections to Egypt. I mean, it sounds like I'm taking the piss or joking. I'm being serious here. We're in Aquarius moon, right? I'm going to go a bit wacky because I've got Uranus, Aquarius sort of placements and pivotal places as well. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you're different, you're unique. That's what Aquarius is about. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. That's, I mean, it's what you're watching me do right now. Some of you have watched me do it for a while and unfold. And again, your true north, your north node, that is your destiny. And that's why I'm always saying, to illustrate the point of, like, you know, if you don't know where you're meant to be heading in life, or, you know, you're a bit lost or stuck, especially being a starseed, book a session. I can do a starseed regression. We can find what comes through from your higher self, your soul. We can find out what's getting in the way, what's blocking you. But also, I use the example of my North Node is in Gemini in the 7th house. I am literally, I'm basically, to me, that says, if I wasn't me and I was looking at someone's chart, you're going to have a bit of a painful ride when it comes to love. Understatement. But you're gonna heal people with your words around love and true love, and just my words heal in general when it comes to relationships of any kind. Like, you know, that's even bringing friendships together and that. But yeah, that's what you know. That's why I'm here to help the Twin Flames. One of the reasons. So you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you, but I also feel that pertains to somebody watching this. That is, oh, and there's the ancestors, and that's the message that came through in the shorts. So you might want to go and check the shorts. If I don't remember a pin below, but the ancestors came through a beautiful message, which, by the way, I filmed last Tuesday, and we're now on Friday. So that's really quite, you know, I always think that's really amazing. That you know what I mean, although I've been doing the Akashic records like for my whole life, but, you know, like doing crystal clear visions 7 years, like pretty much now on the summer solstice, that is quite amazing that I channeled that, like, you know, almost a week ago, and it's coming through, it's backing up that the ancestors are behind you. And yes, so leap. Oh, and then look, it's about to be 11:44 now. Twin Flamies, and leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. God will catch you. Angels will catch you. Whatever you want to call yours, the Divine Mother. But this is about, yeah, you know, going for it. We're just out of that full moon energy, and it's time to take action with things that you feel excited about, is what I'm feeling. Like, you know, if you approach something with a positive attitude and you're happy and you're excited, it's likely to go well. If you approach something and you're feeling like shit, you're expecting it to not go well, but you're like, oh fuck it, I'll do it anyway. It's not that. Sometimes you could be lucky and it could go, although I don't believe in luck, you know, it could go well, but you're much better to get. That's why I'm always stressing that in these divine connections, I don't usually call it that, but, you know, twin flame dynamics, that if you are at that sort of point where you're thinking about reaching out to someone, you're better to wait until you are feeling in a better space, because you're not going to feel like this forever, and things can change day to day. So if you are tired, you are exhausted, you can't get out of your bed, something else shitty's happened, you know, maybe you are better kind of looking after your mothering yourself, looking after yourself, you know, hermiting, healing, or, you know, leaning upon someone that you trust that's going to understand, whether you're talking about something done or not. Because, like I say, I wouldn't actually advise that you do talk about it with many people, because they could never understand unless they were on the journey. I'm just very lucky that I do have loads of people around me that understand, but it's mostly because that's the majority of people that I connect with, because it's the only people that I'm here to help. But like I say, my friends that aren't actually my clients and so family, like I have got friends that do, that, like the one that sent me something this morning. Yeah, anyway, what else was I going to say there? But also, it's like, I'm just feeling like, you know, as well as all of that being true, it's all this thing about, you know, you can't wait to be perfect either. And I think we all know that. And it's kind of like in twin flame dynamics, like, because, you know, obviously there is the attraction and the love and the romance and all of that, but it's first and foremost, like, it is your best friend, regardless of whether you, even if you don't know this person, you know what I mean, it's the other half you're showing, you want them to be happy. And think about it, if your actual best friend was unhappy, I would hope that you would want to support them. So obviously it's a little bit different, because you're not, you know, you're not lusting after your best friend. Well, some of you might be, but you know what I mean. It's I suppose that's like when I said in another video, I can't remember if I published that, it's like when in Harry Met Sally, when he says, you know, guys and girls can't be friends. I don't think that's true across the board, but in my life, 1441, that certainly has been the case. I mean, I've said that before. This is so sassy, but it's true. Like, when I can think of things in the past, yeah, you know what I mean? I can think of like things with myself, and I can think of things with other people where it's like, particularly with guys, like there doesn't seem to be a lot of loyalty with men, does there? It's like in this was like a something that I had in my life when I was younger, and yeah, like honestly, I've counted on one hand. There was about like 3 or 4 of his close friends basically made advances towards me, which I declined. But it just confirmed what I had actually, kind of. Well, no, some of it surprised me. I was kind of horrified. I was like, "Fucking hell, man!" You know what I mean? Because that's my worst nightmare. Like, um, yeah, it's just kind of like out of all the people in the world, you would actually do that with someone's best friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like a guy, whether it's a guy doing, oh fuck, I hope I'm not saying this because this has been going on. Anyway, well, not, it does go on, but anyway, that tends to be with karmic sort of stuff. But anyway, let's move away from that. What I'm trying to, it's funny because I'm holding the card that says release. What I'm trying to say is, we're just coming away from that entirely. Release the past. So I'm wondering actually if there has been cheating involved. Somebody watching this has been cheated on in the past. And then because of things like that story I was just saying, like, it doesn't bode very well that people do that to one another. I could have just been like, fucking hell, man, there's literally no loyalty with people. If, although it wasn't meant to be that person in the slightest, I was upset for him at the time that he couldn't see that, And then, by the way, this isn't full disclosure, this isn't my twin flame. It's kind of, but this does happen. This does happen to divine masculine, divine feminine. It's I remember being a bit sad that it's like like I've said this before actually in a channel, and that it's like he thinks that these people have got his back, and then they're bad mouthing me, saying shit about me, and all the while they were actually just trying to get in with me. And not just one of them, quite a few of them. So do you know what I'm saying? It's like people will tell you, "Oh God, that's quite weird. That's the synchronicity that I had this morning." People will tell you all kinds of shit to throw you off your path, and it's up to you whether you're going to allow it. So to bear in mind, this might not be friends. This might be friends. This might be family. This might be supposed best friends that tell you things that plant the seed of doubt. Oh, there we go. There's the plant the seed of doubt again. So just make sure you're planting the seed of hope and faith and optimism and expectancy of amazing things coming about your way, and take what people say with a pinch of salt. Use your discernment. If it resonates, but it might be resonating because you've heard nothing but cheating, bad shit happening to you, and things going wrong. So when you hear something that confirms back to you, yeah, that makes about sense that this could be too good to be true, you're going to be like, oh, I knew it. And I've definitely been there in my life. And like you say, you can see some things, I still have to catch myself, but like, no. And I just look at it as if I'm someone else. But that's taken a lot of discipline and, like you say, mastery over catching my thoughts. And even now, I can feel like when I'm channeling certain stuff as well, it's like, that's why you really should be careful when you're watching, my stuff, other people's. I do this. If I'm ever in a mood to watch like similar stuff to like what I do, which, like I say, these days it's like, because I've kind of been there, done that with a t-shirt, it's like well, first of all, I'm very mindful about what I consume. And second of all, I've not got a lot of time. When I'm working with clients, I'm doing my course, I'm doing my membership. And really, I've not got time to feed my mind with shite, right? And I don't mean it shite. I mean, like, I'm very discerning and mindful about what I listen to with anything. And say, for instance, let's use a tarot or oracle reading. If it starts going into some kind of story that just doesn't fit at all, and before, even if it was like kind of all doom and gloom, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, you know what I mean, I think this is mine. Now I'm just like, nah, not mine, come off. And it's like, do you know what I mean? So, and that's kind of like, that's clever, because it's like, you're just kind of like, I'm not claiming this as true. And so anyway, so someone really needed to hear that as well, because remember, it's not every message that I channel anyway, or that anyone else is for everyone. And everybody, some people get that and some people don't. I know everybody in my community gets it, but so release the past. Don't allow that to have a hold over you. 27th of June may be significant there. And see, again, taking action, that's what I said. It's like, someone's preparing to take action here when they get in a more joyful place, their vibrations lifted, because they've found balance. They've balanced their masculine and feminine energy. Again, 19th, that's Sunday. So something may be happening around Sunday for something, or it may have already happened. Oh God, and it's 19 minutes as well. like it's 19 minutes about to turn 20 minutes. It might be something like, say, maybe you could actually be seeing somebody the Sunday into this Monday, something like that. But it's and it might have already been by the time you're watching this, or you might find this well in the future and that. But that's, there you go. There's an example. Of just disregard it. It's already been. Although you could find it a year from now, and that'd be weird if it was the 19th, 20th of June another year. But you know what I'm saying? It's like somebody's found balance within, and they're ready to take action because they've released the past, and they've managed to find out. Now this is a card that actually it stays in. It's like a kind of a vision board in my room. It's like in a little holder thing. But anyway, I've got like I use everything in a vision board, right? I've done that since I was a teenager. To affirm my life. But it says joy is the highest energy of all. It's a magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts from within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. And this is what I'm saying. Like, this really ties in with what I was saying last night, and then the synchronicity that my friend sent me this morning, when she didn't even know that I had been saying that. But that's because we're so connected. And embrace life. So it really is time for somebody to fuck it, let's go, and embrace life, wherever that is that you're being guided to do that. And I do feel this is about romance, right? I'm going to shuffle these again. There's specifically, I just heard though too much of this has went on. Like enough of it, rather. Assessing the situation, and now somebody is ready to take action because they've blossomed full moon, and we've just come out of full moon. They've blossomed into their true self. Flower moon, we just had the flower moon in May, and they found that balance again. Yeah, so again, that is beautiful. And I'm just going to go like that. The void, they've spent a lot of time in the void, hermiting, going within, in contemplation. You just cannot make this shit up. I love it. Her grace, I feel that's about a divine masculine, regardless of sex, really. Like, feel it's like I'm hearing like witnessing their feminine having a lot of grace and understanding and compassion. And now it's simple, simplicity, keep it simple. And now somebody just needs to contact with courage and optimism and positivity and kindness towards yourself, if it is you, or if it's someone coming towards you, just because there's a lot of tenderness. This is like inner child shit. This is beautiful. And it's an exploration. It's about, just chill out. It's like when I gave that story on the live last night. Like, nobody's saying let's get married tomorrow or anything, or let's get married at all. It's about, if you like somebody and they like you, and with twin flames, it's no fucking like, guys, it's love. And it is instant love, it's the times they're living in, like, life really is too short. That is fucking cheesy ass. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like, why hide it? When you hide your feelings for your twin flame, they will hide it from you, and you're wasting time. And a lot of these connections, that's already happened. So I feel this is obviously people that have been separated for a very long time, and they just want to make the most of their lives. Now, these beautiful cards, Wolf Medicine is my medicine, probably connects, well, I know it definitely connects with a lot of you out there. I'm going to actually bring it to a close in case this video knocks off with the memory, but taking the Wolf Medicine of intuition and all that. These cards were from Charlotte. They're really deep, they're beautiful. The box has been pulling at me for a while actually, and today is the day, so let's see what comes out. Funny if this actually does resonate with you, Charlotte. And also I'm going to use a card from Michelle as well. So again, because it's like, I've more about enough of the fact that, like, the kind of the fact that as a grand whole, the majority of people, whether it be me receiving or other people, it's kind of like the scales are imbalanced, like it can feel a lot of in these twin flame connections as well. Like, somebody's just got all this love to give, and then somebody's just like not giving a fuck. I know it can feel like that, but it's all does make sense when it's meant to. And remember, you're turning your back on yourself when the other person is doing that, and that's why they do come to an understanding when they're meant to, of, wow, shit, I've been hurting myself the whole time as I've been hurting them. So, and that's where the forgiveness and the compassion comes in, so that's really deep. And that's going on for all of us, you know what I mean? But basically, I'm focusing in on the, be generous, I'm focusing in on the fact that these are gifts that I was given by the community. It was actually ages ago, but you know what I mean? It's like I'm just loving the fact that Charlotte gave me these and Michelle gave me these. So we're going to use one of each. So I'm going to actually pull the one, right, what do we need to know? Sacred Abyss. Oh. And it's a doorway and it's elephant on the bottom and it's a 10 and it's 10s are about endings, not quite the end, not quite the beginning. So that tells me there's a lot of twins out there that are wrapping old cycles up, karmic cycles. It doesn't need to necessarily mean with a person. It could be that they're wrapping up a job, they're walking away from friends that are disloyal, probably with what I've channeled today. A wee bit of everything, or you know, they've been long away from stuff like this and they just weren't ready. It'll be different for different people. So let's read that. Then let's actually shuffle this and then I'll wrap it, because actually my mum might start phoning because we're going for lunch, take my wee niece out. Aura of Gamma. That's about. So 7 blessings of Eve. Oh, that's like a snake. That reminds me of the Kundalini energy, the sexual energy between twins, which, remember, sexual energy is extremely powerful. Right, so your sacral chakra. Sacred Abyss. I can't say that. The getting of wisdom takes time, so be patient with your learning and delve deeper. Continual learning is a keystone to growth. You will succeed in your exams or study, but that can be like the lessons in life. I can feel that at the crown chakra. While everyone has a source of wisdom within them, not everyone chooses to exercise it. If you cast magic, do it with full knowledge of the consequences. I fucking love that though, guys, because that is about when I said I keep that card in my room. And that is a wee bracelet that my mum gave me, because it says wear this bracelet as a reminder to just let go and make the most of every moment. So somebody needs to hear that. I feel there's a lot of divine masculine energy, regardless of whether you're a woman or a man, and divine feminines actually, I need to hear that. To embrace life, you know, be happy. But remember to be pouring positivity and joy into your life, and, you know, being appreciative of what you have got rather than what you haven't got. And that is why it's like I've been directed to be like, rather than going into that kind of energy of the lack, like, you know, being like grateful of, which I always am, even when I am sort of like saying something shadowy, like I always say that. Or I always say, like, when I give the example of people that give things or donations, I'm like, by the way, there are people that do that, but what I'm saying is it's the same people all the time. Like, literally, whenever I've ever received any kind of gifts or donations, it's literally all the same members of people. But again, it may just be because that's my soul family, but I don't think so. You know, it's just about, it's the soul. It kind of says a lot about the soul's development. I feel it's kind of like when I was channeling about, like, in one of the videos that I'll put up at some point, like, I realised that if I wanted to really get a lot back from life, I was going to have to give. So, I invested in subscription groups, mostly business stuff. Some of it was worth it, some of it wasn't, but it was all a learning process, because I was like, oh, I'm just getting overexcited. But even I feel when I've put money into things, it's really interesting, but I really do look at it as like, I feel like I've sprinkled a little bit of magic someone's way. It's like when I said I've noticed sometimes when I like somebody's anything, like all this magic sort of comes their way, like, it's like their subscribers skyrocket or whatever, and it's always people that really deserve it, you know what I mean? And it's like I say, it happens almost every time. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? But my thoughts are powerful. Do you know what I mean? God moves through me, works through me. It's not just me, but it's like I've been aware of that from a child, and I really do believe it. And it's I must allow it for it to happen. But what I'm saying is, it's like when you appreciate your blessings, you're really grateful like that, you can magnify them. So somebody needs to hear all this. So the ibis-headed god Thoth was the most powerful god of magic in all worlds. This is just so mad. That was basically the synchronicity of what my friend sent me. And then I'd already been seeing loads of synchronicities about that. That is what I was saying last night, was about, speaking things into existence. That's basically what hypnotherapy is, like, having a positive outlook into what's coming about, telling your subconscious mind. Oh my god, this is about Isis and Osiris as well, and that is Twinflames. I mean, this is mad. Considering I don't use these decks a lot. It is said that he told the goddess Isis what powerful spell to use to resurrect her dead husband Osiris, and it was he who assisted her again in knowing the words to remove the poison from her son Horus. Right, so this is again now I think I was going to say obviously about a twin flame union, and all of these ones that I'm releasing, they're not going to be in order now. I've done really long hour ones. This is 30 minutes. I'm going to need to bring it a close soon. I will try and put this one out today or tonight over the weekend, right? It's Friday night now, but it can happen in real time, or it can just be me narrating your union when it happens. But this is clearly about a reunion, because this is about a divine feminine bringing her divine masculine back to life. But what I'm sort of piecing it all together is the divine masculine has to take action towards the divine feminine in the physical for the divine feminine to do the rest of what needs to bring that masculine back to life. Now, obviously, this isn't literally, it's the soul, it's the past that has hurt this person, whether this is a man or a woman, whatever it identifies, whether this is you or them. And whatever healing is going, and be honest with you, it's probably going to be the sexual healing with twin flames. You know what I mean? I mean, there may be other types of healing that go in there too. And again, it's always going to be if the parent's open to it, but it is going to be that. Yeah, that's what this is about, because that is what this is about. Anyway, all books on magic and invocation were to be offered by Thoth. And it's funny because, when I started mentioning something like sexuality, I was going to be like, I'm a sexual healer, but then I always make a joke. But I am. I don't mean that I do anything untowards in a session. It's just I heal from that creative, very sexual energy. Think about it. I've been celibate loads of times in my life, and it's like I've generated all this energy and I use it for the healing. How many people have got the discipline to actually do that? Again, I'm not the only one in the world, but no, I can see a lot of twin flames out there that, will kind of say, oh, if your twin flames kind of ignoring the fuck out, you just go and fucking live it up and get on with other people in that. And it's not what my God tells me. So again, you do you, but I mean, it might just be that you're not a twin flame. And like I say, don't wish that upon your life if you're not on this path. It's painful, but it's also a great miracle, heaven and heaven and earth as well, and it'll be worth the wait. But that's what I mean. Not everybody has got the patience to wait for the real deal. All books on magic and invocation were to be offered by Thoth, and those who were writers channeled his energy. He offered one book, and we're in Gemini seasons about writing. One book that was so powerful no human could read it without dying. Okay, hell, that's not the best, is it? Thoth was also the god of learning and knowledge, and abysses were encouraged to be present around places of learning and libraries. The ancient Egyptians, you can't write a shit. I fucking went on about Egyptians at the start. I wondered why I was saying all of that. Felt that the abyss was a living representation of the god on earth, and there's God. They took thousands of abysses from the captive flocks, mummified them, and placed them as offerings within Thoth's temple. Like abysses, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, the sacred abyss is the most distinctive because of its head-shaped, long, curved beak. They're also usually quiet when compared to other abyss species. Yeah, I'm not reading all of this right, it's the descriptive stuff. The sacred abyss was revered creature in ancient Egypt, representing Thoth, the god of wisdom and learning. So honoured as a gift to Thoth, they were given full mummification and bred especially for this purpose. According to historical accounts from figures such as Aristotle and Strabo, abysses could be found in the streets of cities, including Alexandria. Abyss magic inspires us to be curious and to learn more about the world. If we are students of any kind or wish to know a subject more deeply, we can call upon this energy. Thoth teaches us that while I can feel that in my head. Thoth teaches us that while we can seek counselling from others, often our best and first port of call is actually ourselves. Again, wow. Is that or is that not what I've actually said at some point throughout this? I said you can seek counsel from other people, but if they're not in the twin flame journey, there's every chance they're not going to give the best advice, even if they are people that are trustworthy. There's people I'm really close to. There's family, there's best friends. I don't talk about my twin flame. I mean, yeah, I don't talk about my twin flame journey with them. Because I'm confident of it within myself. I've got loads of other people I could if I want to, but I actually just, yeah, you know what I mean? Man with an abyss head, lunar disc, book of knowledge, Egyptian alphabet, of least concern. I think we need to go and get those Egyptian cards, and also these. Where's those other ones that I've got my jammy bottoms on, by the way. It was like I've got up I've got half dressed and I thought I'm not putting my jeans on yet before I go out because I'm going to sit and do this. So anyway, not that I see you don't need to explain yourself. Oh, everything's part of it when I'm doing this if you're new. So it's like I've started saying that and it's like you think you have to explain why you're heading somewhere you don't. It's your fucking life. Whoever I'm talking to out there, man, woman. I can really, there's so many activations going in the head. There's a card in here that talks about Thoth. And there's Egyptian cards over there. That's freaked me out, but it's really cool. It's because we're in Aquarius moon. That is when I often try. When I often, no, because I don't need to try, it just flows through. It's like, so maybe someone's trying too hard, because I did say try, but it's like that is when the light beings and come through really, really stronger and stuff about past lives, basically. Angelic frequency, angels are here, you're safe, potent connection. I did say I felt angelic energy at the start. Gaia, gateway activation, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth and intelligence. This feels like I mean really everything I do is a transmission, but this really feels like quite a powerful one. Order of, there's that one, I can't say, I pulled this last night. Embraced by the light, mission uncovered, don't give up. Again, this is about the people that can't get out of their bed, and fucking, I knew it. I've got chills, and it's just reached 36 minutes. There's so many synchronicities in this, I can't actually keep up. Ask for help. Whoever the synchronicities are in this fucking video. Thoth light codes. What did I just say? I just spoke about light codes and I've just spoke about Thoth and light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. You've got divine magic in you, divine masculine energy out there, and it's awakening whether you like it or not. And now we're going to see if another Thoth card comes out, or Isis, or Osiris, and I will just put this one out there, and you know, I'll put the other ones out whenever they're meant to be. But wow, I mean, I'm quite mind blown, especially because some of these decks are not ones that I've used in a while. In some cases, like 6 months, a year. What do you need to know? And then I'll read. Oh, and then I'll read that one. Charlotte's happy. I don't know if you'd say it like that, but 13's divine feminine energy. Water spirit. Water's emotions is what comes to me. Hathor, love and music. I feel it's about getting into an energy of raising your vibration. Oh, I've not actually got the book, so that's fine. Raising your vibration by listening to music. Now, I was listening to audio, and then I was listening to music after. I was on Spotify, so it's kind of like, yeah, and then I was actually kind of dancing about, putting my makeup on, so I really do feel somebody's need to do that. I feel this is about the people that really feel pretty shit, and it's about picking your energy up. Seek assistance, right? I mean, for fuck's sake, right? Seek assistance and ask for help. And I know whoever is meant to get this will get it. And in some cases, it's a strong, strong message that people need to reach out to their twin now. And again, those of you that are ready for that will know who that's for. Right, okay. Wait a minute, where is the... It's because I feel like that... There it is, Right, okay. Aura of Gamma, 27th maybe significant. Wow. And I just opened it up at the book, and it's a big book. Right, so I really need to dye my hair. It's like, yeah. Anyway, we'll just fucking sort that out later, right? Listen, I need to put my ego aside. If I'm doing these every day, I'm gonna look like fucking shite some days, but I'm still gonna love myself. See, that means something too. Somebody feels like they look like shite, feel like shite, whatever. Don't speak that over your life, right? I have just... I'll share that, actually, no, I'll share that further down the line. But basically, let me just say, if you need to lose weight, if you feel pretty shit about yourself, I was feeling like that. But I mean, I still unconditionally love myself, but I was just kind of like, nah, this is not happening. Like, you know what I mean? I'm getting into that dress, I'm getting into, not really to go dancing or anything, but it's like, I'm getting into that outfit, I'm getting into those jeans, I'm not going through the summer feeling sluggish. And I've managed to drop a shitload of weight in a really short space of time. So, and again, it's all through all the stuff that I can do with other people. Again, I was using myself as a bit of a case study. And be careful what you say, by the way, because I said that like 6 months ago. I was saying to all the women, you know, that I work closely with in my membership and that, and I was saying, yeah, I'm going to be my own case study. And then I kind of didn't do it. but I actually did, in the sense that I put on even more weight than I'd already put on. But now I get why, because now I've lost it again, and I just feel I'm going to continue to lose more, because I need to, and I want to, you know what I mean, to feel my most comfortable self. And basically, so yeah, be careful what you say, because I said I want to be my own case study, but I kind of went the other way before I went forward, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, right. So it is time to let go of what has been. There you go. There's another thing about letting go of the past. You're swiftly outgrowing your past. Explore and commit to a spiritual practice that supports your personal transformation so you can cross the threshold before you now. This is for divine masculine energies, regardless of your gender. That things are changing, things are awakening in you, ancient wisdom, past life memories. Your twin flames, higher self is just around you all the time. If you didn't feel them strong before, you really do every day, every minute of the day. You know, they're in the, you or them are in the phase where it really is driving you nuts. The synchronicities are crazy. There's been a lot of synchronicity, and there always is a lot of synchronicity in every channeling that I do. There's been a lot of synchronicity. Everything that you're like, this is hitting me in the heart, this is speaking to me, I know this is me. Embrace your freedom to be creative in your approach rather than doggedly committing yourself to your previous ideas or plans, again falling into the comfort zone. You have the spiritual intelligence necessary to evolve, continue your healing journey with trust that a positive outcome is imminent. Is imminent. And what did I start off by saying? I said, it's about being positive and optimistic, and you know, embracing life and basically expecting a positive outcome. And then if you think about where this bracelet is a reminder to just let go and make the most of every moment, to me that says fuck it, let's go. Somebody may have a birthday around now too, because this is, she gave it to my mum, gave it to me on my birthday in 2018 actually. That's how sentimental I am. I keep everything. Like, you know what I mean, I've managed to take photos of things and put stuff away now, but yeah, this is so much synchronicity. It's about being in a happy optimist. So I really hope, you know, if you needed that upliftment, that you felt that energy coming through. But yeah, positive outcome is imminent. And again, I really do feel this is about twin flames that are ready for it, contacting one another. It's about listen to your favourite song, listen to a few favourite songs, be with somebody that you know is going to be like, you can do this. Like I said, that's not a coincidence. That friend that sent me that synchronicity this morning, she didn't even know that was linked to what I'd been, you know, channeling about last night. But that's because we are very similar. That friend of mine, we are very similar. And again, that's not someone that, you know, I have helped her with stuff, but it's that is like literally one of my best friends, and it's kind of like what I'm saying is, it's not somebody that's a client turned a friend, which are loads of you soul family. This is like one of my friends that, like, you know, over 10 years and stuff. But it's kind of like I've got other friends that are over friends of 10 years and that, but I wouldn't necessarily sort of talk about them with certain things. And but if you know it's somebody that's like, come on, you can do this. You know what I mean? Like, what have you got to lose? Like, you know, it's your thing. I don't know. Because I can feel people's loved ones in spirit trying to urge people forward as well. It reminds me of that meme where it's like, it's a little spirit guide pushing somebody's foot, you know? It's like somebody's going so close to sending a message or writing it, and then stopping writing it and writing it and stopping writing it and overthinking what they're going to say. And you just have to write from your heart and trust that it's like God has spoken through you, the divine spoken through you, your loved one and spirit's inspired you to write it, and send it. And that can change your life. If you never send the message, you'll never know. Or if you never make the call, you'll never know. Aurora is the Roman goddess of dawn, the bringer of light, and an Trix, I don't know if I can say that word, of a new cycle or chapter in your life. She's the luminous dispeller of darkness. I spoke about this last night. That takes people from the darkness to light, and this is definitely for people that are feeling, you know, going in and out, feeling not very good, basically. The flickering flame of hope in the heart that can burn in such a radiant holy fire that even the greatest challenges do not cause the soul to turn away in fear. Her presence in her reading signifies a fresh start and the overcoming of an old cycle. This is about getting a second chance. If I had that deck anywhere near, I would pull it. But it's getting second chance or the second bloom. It's this deck. If this is this card, I'm going to be like, what the hell? What card is this? The Anointed. Answer the call. Leadership, empowerment, soul gift. It's not the card I thought, but that's relevant too. Again, this is about stepping up into your power in your life. For some of you, it is to help other people. I would really sort of say probably everyone at some point, but even if you're not at that bit, so help yourself first and then help other people. Because if you try to help other people when you're trying to get out of a situation, you're going to be pulled under, in my experience. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. Gamma waves are high frequency, typically 40 Hz in humans, but extend into higher levels with higher gamma oscillating around 100 Hz, associated with spiritual insight and clarity, pure vision, breakthrough awareness. The gamma state is associated with high level processing that leads to integration and evolution. With gamma frequency, we transform knowledge into wisdom. Oh my god. I think I'm going to need to call this turning knowledge into wisdom, or something about the, I don't know, expect a miracle. I don't know, I'll think about it. I'll watch it back. I won't think about it, I'll go with my heart. I'll watch it and I'll see what words come at me. There you go, I'll take more advice. Well, it's not mine, it's the divine's. But we tap into our ability to integrate information, and in doing so, are truly healed and transformed, right? Oh my god, never mind, I'll just tell it to illustrate the point. This popped into my mind the other day, right, that I remember, I've told this story before, oh my god, I think the hay fever's getting me. I remember, right, I'll make this story short, but I've told this before, right, but I'll tell it again. I was having a dream, and in the dream, basically, one of my best friends was like, right, we need to go to the club. He's there, like my twin flame, right? And I was like, all right. So anyway, in the dream, I'm going. And then I woke up in real life, right? And it was like, it was 4 or 5 in the morning or something. And he'd messaged me. But, because I'd found it a bit later, but I mean, he did send it quite late as well. But what it was he was at a house party with one of my other friends, and my other friend had messaged saying, oh, I don't know if she messaged at the time actually, I think she might have told me after. Anyway, she either did message it, I think she told me after. But anyway, so it was like, we worked it out after that she had seen him at this house party, and then because she'd mentioned me, and then he did, yes, just be like, oh yeah, I don't know, acknowledge and do whatever he's done, and then he must have went in the next room and messaged me because we worked out the time in it. Anyway, did I respond like a normal human being? No, I did not, right? Because I was, in this place of, not just going with the flow, having fun, enjoying it. Because when you've been activated by your twin flame, it isn't the same, right? And it is awkward as tits, and you're just kind of like, why did I feel this strong? I want to just be in the fun of it, but like, I'm like, you're feeling that this is like undying fucking true love. And I was just kind of like, I can't remember, right? It was just kind of like, hey, what? I think it was like, what's happening or something. And I think I went like, it was like I was so literal. Like I basically described, I think I just said like, I'm listening to the birds outside or something, and the drunk people in the street. I mean, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? What is he meant to say to that? I don't think he fucking replied. I just went cocky. I don't think he even replied. Because the moment was probably past. He'd probably be on to somebody new. I don't know. Or he'd fallen asleep and thought I'd rejected him. Fuck knows, right? But I just remember laughing, like knowing now that is because it's very awkward. And now that actually ties into what Charlotte commented on one of the shorts about because she'd known her twin when they were much younger at school, they used to have to talk to each other through someone else, and that is very common. That does happen. It is the awkward. It is because you're trying to suss out, is this person on the same page as me? Where should I get to? As the world around us becomes increasingly complex, the capacity for superior processing is swiftly becoming necessary for spiritual, emotional, psychological, even physical well-being in humanity. There's a strong link between spiritual practices such as meditation, production of gamma waves, when experienced a heightened state of spiritual awareness, an expansive sense of being or powerful connection. The universal spirit or brain is in gamma mode. Shifting our grey matter gears into gamma waves can facilitate the breaking up of stagnant modes of thinking and behaving. I can feel a lot of healing coming into your heart if you're open to it. This is a sacred frequency of evolution. Humans who are stuck in patterns, who repeat the same stories, same words, the same thoughts over and over. I cannot get over the synchronicity today, like before I've even started doing this. Though in a repeated loop, the soul can begin to wither with such constriction. What is needed is something new and increasingly alive, such as the life-stimulating grace of encounters with the unfamiliar. That's unexpected, Aquarius. That's why I feel like I need to get this out just quick. Connection to the gamma waves can enhance our capacity to embrace the unfamiliar, and through the openness of being, constructive adaptation is enhanced. Our way of being becomes more fluid, responsive, and creative. We engage with experiences and grow positively through how we respond with what is happening. Aura of gamma indicates a shift in a new cycle. but also the growing presence of the light within, which is the creative light of spirit. Tuning into this light opens up options for living soulfully, away from the grip of ignorance, no longer consumed and snared by the compelling but ultimately fraudulent conjurations of ego. Wow, if that ain't ego, death and dark night, it's all I know it is. Her new era is an inner transformation with positive external consequences. Trust in what your inner light is manifesting in your heart, in their world. Guys, drop the fucking mic. Boom, I love it. That is what we done last night. That twin flame meditation, if you weren't on that live, just try and find it somewhere in the middle of the 3-hour live. I started reading it from the book, and then I just channeled my own, because I channel my own stuff all the time. I've done that for like 6 years or something, maybe 5 years, but a long time anyway. And basically, that feels like this is confirming that if you took part in that, it's really shifted a lot of people's vibration to expect unexpected, but expect miracles. Like, you've put a lot of power into making someone come about, and I really do feel it's balancing the divine feminine, divine masculine, because I feel divine feminines do a lot of that. I'm not so sure divine masculines do. Some divine masculines do, and actually, the women I work there in divine masculine energy absolutely do that, of their own accord, or because I've encouraged them to do that. But there are a lot of people that won't really be aware of that, and that it's a key part of the twin flame journey, that it's like you're both manifesting each other. And that's really what it should be about, because otherwise it's kind of like, it's like what I would say, like, why would you want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you? But something's not that simple. It's about worth, and they actually do want to be with you, but you need to affirm it. So when you actually can allow yourself to dream, visualize it, and feel it if it's real, and then take aligned action, and this seems to be all about the people that are ready to reach out. Trust what your inner light is manifesting in your heart, in our world. It's like when I said you have to come out the feminine creative energy, whether you're a man or a woman, whatever you identify as, and make it happen, because you've been putting out there. Because that is like, regardless of twin flame or not, but it doesn't really go for twin flames, because like I say, true twin flames don't, they don't think like, oh fuck it, I'm going off for someone else. And if they're out there saying that, I don't think it's very ethical, really. You know what I mean? Anyway, whatever. That's why you've got to be discerning of what you decide. If you want to do that, you do that. But definitely in sort of normal, quote unquote, love relationships, it's you do risk that person going off for someone else, don't you? You know what I mean? If you don't kind of take your chance, it just reminds me of all these songs that are like doom and gloom, kind of like, realising what you had when it's gone. Well, how about realising what you had when it's gone, but then realising it and telling yourself, actually, maybe I've got a second chance now that I've reflected on everything that I've learned, as I'm being drawn at this card that says learning experiences, and I can do something about this to turn this around. It's kind of like, a lot of people will be like, find it difficult to be like, I am successful, I am whatever, you might be like, it just feels too much of a stretch. But that's why it's good. I like what you're doing. That's why it might be more believable for you if that's harder, to be like, what if everything is all right? How does that feel? What if everything is better than you could have ever imagined, and you're going to be unexpectedly blessed with more than you could imagine? I don't know, something like that. Well, I do know that is what they're telling me. So, and it is expect unexpected energy. Someone's beating the horn, but my mum hasn't called. And again, look, there's an urgency. Like, someone's beating the horn. It isn't my mum, but watch as the phone will go now. My fucking ringtones don't stop believing it. I love it. Right, I'm going to read this. So, right, so close your eyes, focus on your breath, allowing it to become deeper and slower, perhaps even with a slight pause after inhalation. And as you relax, the pauses may lengthen. I'm going to read this a bit quicker, because I don't know why my mum wouldn't message, but I feel like it might. Nah, it's not. I don't know who that is. Some impatient fucker. That's got something to do with what we're saying as well. Either you're being impatient with yourself, or you're thinking your twin might be moving on because they're impatient. And if they're your true twin flame, that shouldn't be the case. Your awareness can gently settle within the centre of your brain. Let there be a soft light there, glowing, expanding, and bringing a sense of peace, openness, and relaxation into your brain. Rest here for as long as it feels good. As your awareness gently settles within the centre of your heart, let there be a soft light there, glowing, expanding, and bringing a sense of peace, openness, and relaxation into your heart. Rest here for as long as it feels good. Your awareness then gently settles within your lower belly. There's a soft light there, glowing, expanding, and bringing a sense of peace, openness, and relaxation into your stomach, belly, and down into your colon. Rest here for as long as it feels good, and that's your emotions, that's your feelings, it's your empowerment, it's your joy. And remember, that is the card that I showed. These three lights align so that a soft bridge of light can form between them. The bridge rises, connecting the lower body to your heart and your heart to your brain. Let your awareness rest at the top of your head. Let there be a light and stillness beneath any activity going on within or around you. Rest here for as long as you wish. When you're ready, bring your awareness back to the outer surfaces of your body and the flow of your breath. Take as much time as you need to ground yourself and hydrate your body. You have completed your healing process. Now, Alana Fairchild actually says that at the end of every, I love how she wraps up every channeling actually, but you have completed your healing process. I might actually title the video that. Has anybody ever completed their healing process? But I feel this is for a divine masculine energy out there, regardless the gender, that you've completed the part of your healing process that you were meant to do alone. You may have even been reading up on stuff. You may have went to the doctor because you thought you were going nuts, or you may have went to holistic doctors or whatever. But it's kind of, it's got drawn to them. But it's kind of like, look, you've built enough strength up in you. You might be going back to the gym, whatever. Getting out a run, whoever it is. It's kind of like, but now it is time to take action towards what you were doing this all for, which should have been yourself. But I feel for a lot of people, it's because you want it to be in a good place to be with your twin. Looking back, moving forward, right? I mean, it reminds me of looking back over my shoulder. Mike and the mechanics. But it's good. Someone might be called Mike in a twin flame dynamic, but maybe not. But you know what I mean? It's good. That probably is for someone. Or maybe it's Archangel Mike coming in, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like, yeah, it's time to stop looking back and only move forward. And never mind looking, it's time to do something about it. For the ones that are ready, I might add. Because you've had a higher heart activation, drop in shields, divine love, your heart is healed. I mean, your healing process is complete, or completed, whatever it said, and your heart is healed. That's what I'm calling this. Right. Thank you for joining me for an hour again. See what I mean? They're always been an hour. But I will just put this one out, right? But the other ones are really long. So anyway, I'll work out about the other ones. But I'll just put this one out because there was a lot of synchronicity in the, yeah. I mean, there always is, but that was like with me mentioning Egypt, as I get drawn the word Egyptian again there. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you're led to, please book a session, ask for help, because that's coming through loud and clear again after that came from the live, that someone needs to ask for help with the next part of their journey. And yeah, drop the shields and drop the pride and allow the unconditional love healing to come into you, whether that is from a health practitioner, a holistic healer, or your twin. And probably in the cases for a lot of twin flames, your twin flame may actually be one of these things, or you are. And but again, it's about everybody, because that's what I'm saying, even the people that do similar work to myself, we need healing too. And often it's it can be quite, in my experience, it can be quite difficult to find what heals me. There are a few people that I really do connect with and their words heal, but really I tend to go inwards. And again, your twin flame is you. And I've told that story before about I never forget. And again, we didn't, it's not like we done shit like that a lot, leaned on each other for support. But it's, yeah, I've just never ever forgot that when I was really upset. And I mean, I was drunk, but I was really upset about something pretty serious. And I still don't actually, even to this day, know what I said to him. But I was really upset. There's my mum, don't stop believing. And he just really calmed me down. And we were on the phone for 4 hours. I mean, that's somebody with a lot of patience. But I've got a lot of patience too. You know what I mean? He's my mirror. Right, see you later. Bye.